This last lesson of this chapter is going to be dedicated to what we call metadata in SOLIDWORKS. Metadata comes in the form of custom property information or tags. Tags are really just keyword data associated with sketches and features and parts in an assembly. Let's open a new part to demonstrate some of these metadata tools. One of the reasons that the metadata lesson comes right after the configurations lesson is that the custom property information, which you can find under File, Properties, can be configuration specific. So each configuration that you have inside a part or an assembly can have specific custom property information associated with it. For example, custom property information is typically of the form of description, modeled by, checked by, weight, cost, things like this. So it's just text-based information, could have numbers associated with it. You can even have SOLIDWORKS automatically determine some of these values. But sometimes you might want to change the description on a per configuration basis. So in that case, you would use configuration-specific custom properties, fill out the property name, and apply it to a particular configuration. This type of information is mostly important when you're dealing with bills of materials or drawing formats that are filled out automatically. By default, you should probably use the Custom tab for everyday custom property information. If you're using configurations in your models and you want each configuration to have a different value, then use the configuration-specific tab. If not, just stick with the Custom Property tab. I can show you some of the special functions that are available, such as there's a drop-down list of automatic information that SOLIDWORKS will calculate, and some of these are the material. So if you set a material in the SOLIDWORKS Feature Manager, it will show up in your custom property information. You can also get the mass to show up, and SOLIDWORKS will calculate it automatically. This is the kind of thing that can be added to a bill of materials and then summed up at the end so you get an estimate for the weight of an entire assembly. So the custom property information has several uses, and generally this is something that's set up by a CAD administrator who will have you using specific templates for parts, assemblies, and drawings. Your templates can already have custom property information established inside them, so that your parts automatically have the correct information. The other type of metadata that I mentioned is the tags. And remember, tags are this little yellow tag icon in the lower right-hand corner. If you click on this, you can enter in information for particular features. So if I've got this part open and I want to tag some of the information in it, I would click on the tag icon and come over to, say, a sketch for one of the ribs and type in rib sketch or something relevant to that particular sketch. Notice the semicolon in here, which would separate tag values. And this is just like having a keyword on a website. It helps make items within a part searchable. So if I add another tag in here called, say, Larry, and then turn off the tags function, then I'll come up to the filter for the feature manager and type in Larry. And SOLIDWORKS knows that this sketch is associated with the keyword Larry. Notice that if I hold my cursor over it, I get a tooltip that tells me what the tags are for that particular sketch. There are two other types of metadata that I'd like to point out. One, you can right-click on a feature and go to the comment, and you can type in some sort of comment about the design intent of this feature. And you can put a date stamp on it and save and close that. Now that comment is always associated with that particular feature. Another type of metadata information that you can attach to parts is by using the design binder. The design binder should show up in the feature manager, but if it's not there, you can go to Tools Options, Feature Manager, Design Binder, and set this to Show. Now, with the Design Binder showing up in the Feature Manager, you've got the Design Journal. The Design Journal is just a Word file that you can put images in and any sort of text description about special concerns about this part, its manufacturing process, special things that you want checked during inspection, and special information about the design.